and I was number 1 on the list. And in games 4, 5, and 6, the chosen one became the frozen one because that was epic collapse.
Made his return to first take this morning after 10 years and went toe-to-toe with Stephen A. for the day. This is wild.
Mouth to mouth, actually.
Whoa, hey, yo.
Let me tell you, I watched some of this.
Yeah.
Skip, tell us about the experience.
First of all, it's good to be home.
Woo!
Yeah. Skip ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere. That's why I made Jake do my intro for the day. He came for the day. We got him back.
And let me let you in on something that helped us greatly, and that was that we did have Stephen A. on this show at the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Yeah. And it was very important to this process because we hadn't done much together, anything together, for almost a decade. And it was good reps. It was like, you could call it sort of an exhibition type game, preseason game, but it was good. And we kept him for what, like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're repping, and we got back in rhythm. And so today was a little easier because it was like riding a bicycle. And I just go in there, and I'm probably the worst one to ask about how it came off because I just go inside it and I don't even know what's happening. It's just flying and I'm flying and we're right back where we were 10 years ago. And it was easy. And I won every debate.
It came up good, Skip, but the only problem was you said LeBron was 9th all the time.
No, it did. Well, I've had him 9th and I'm not moving him up because, and I think I backed Stephen A. down on every one that I had ranked above. We agree on Jordan. I think you guys would agree on Jordan first, right?
Agreed.
And then he's got LeBron 2, which I couldn't believe. I thought that was insane. And then my list goes Magic Johnson, which I can defend with his 5 rings, and then Shaq, Kareem, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell, and then where I really blew him away was because he's a big Kobe fan, and wait, Stephen A., you've got Kobe over LeBron on your, LeBron over Kobe on your list?
Right.
And this is just me, 1 game for my life. I'm not sure, you're LA, you've got some of it in your blood, right? And
Cali.
He's Cali in his blood.
But the main ball, look.
Yeah, but to me, 1 game from my life, give me Kobe Bean Bryant over LeBron James. And then my next guy, 8, Larry Bird, 1 game from my life, give me Larry Bird, and I'll live. You know, like I'll be good. So I backed up my actually 8.
Out of all of them, I'll take Jordan, Shaq, Kobe. If you put them over LeBron, I'd give you that. I'd be like, all right, cool, whatever. All right, man.
Above him.
I just feel like the level of competition is different with Bron than it was for Magic and Bird. Would you agree to that? Was the NBA like on a down slope when Magic and Bird came in? It wasn't like every team ranked up like with Bron.
Yeah, but
Jordan's still there.
I know, but I got to see him go head-to-head in finals, so I know what that looked like.
That's damn near it's like a walking ticket to the finals. One of us gonna win the finals because everybody else trash.
Okay, you realize when LeBron was in the East, so 9 of his 10 finals came through the weaker conference. He got there through the weaker conference to the finals.
But even in the weaker conference, though, Skip, it was
the Nets. Yeah,
it was
Magic.
It was Hall of Famers all around the league.
All right, but my problem with LeBron is he's had so many epic collapses in his playoff career, and we could go the whole show because I just did a whole show about this. But it's one after another where he just collapses and everybody says, "Oh, it's okay, go to the next one."
Yeah.
But he going against like the coldest Mavericks team ever, like Tim Duncan and
the coldest Maverick team.
Yeah, that's like Dirk. Jason Kidd, Dirk, they cranked up.
Yeah, and LeBron's up 2-1, and according to Stephen A., goes back to his hotel in Dallas, Texas, and makes out a list of, I'm going to do I told you so's, and I was number 1 on the list. And in games 4, 5, and 6, the chosen one became the frozen one, because that was epic collapse.
I mean, Skip, I think it's a great list. When I look at it, you know, you got great arguments here, but the only thing I would say is when you look at the other players outside of Mike, they all came in with another Hall of Famer on their team already, right? You got Magic, Shaq came in, whether it was with the Magic, with Penny Hardaway coming to the Lakers with Kobe, Kareem, Tim Duncan with David Robinson and that squad, and they ended up playing with Ginobili and Parker, Bill Russell, and even Larry Bird, the team that the Celtics had back then. LeBron came into Cleveland, won the East consecutive years with no other Hall of Famers on them teams.
Okay, but Tim Duncan was the Spurs. Tony Parker was the last pick of the first round. Ginobili was late second round. I don't know. Duncan just made it go. He was one of the great unsung leaders in the history of basketball and should have had 6 rings, except for the Ray Allen shot in Game 6 of 2013 in the finals.
LeBron.
Would you
I'm just trying to
say that?
Yeah, LeBron.
Yeah, that was his.
Ray Allen hit the shot.
Right.
LeBron had like 15 in the fourth, like something.
Okay, do you know what LeBron did in the last 2 minutes of that game? Let's go all the way down to the last 30 seconds. He had 2 unforced error turnovers in the final 30 seconds. Then LeBricked the tying 3. Long rebound out because Popovich had taken Tim Duncan out of the game for reasons I still don't fathom. Long rebound that Chris Bosh tracked down, kicked it sweetly into the corner, and somehow Ray Allen got his toes behind the line and hit the greatest clutch shot I have ever seen anybody.
Kobe and Shaq, they got chips because Ori got hit at 3. So I mean, it's a team game.
Let me show the chat what you gonna give me.
Like Bill Russell, he ahead of him, but Bill Russell was playing against like chefs and car salesmen.
Yeah.
Ron
Smoking
Artest.
cigarettes at halftime and
11 championships.
Interruption. Chat. What y'all say? That's a W. What y'all like it?
one of his kind. He was playing against like school teachers.
Yeah. Go ahead, baby.
He wasn't playing
Just call me
against
back.
school teachers. He was playing against Will Chamberlain. Was he teaching school anywhere?
That shit was crazy.
Oh, no,
he's
them.
10th on my list.
That shit was the level of competition was not
It
there.
was only like 2 7-footers.
They're my favorites because
That's
they
crazy.
comfortable.
It was just becoming basketball at that time.
Okay.
But I get it. I like the list.
Okay. You don't like
I really don't.
I think you need to have a
I know,
player on
like,
here,
wow,
honestly.
you said that.
Straight. I mean, there's good players on there, but I just don't see how LeBron James,
Okay, so
even just 10 finals appearances,
look,
is better than
the longevity and the record. Okay, I always call him the longevity goat or king, whatever you want to call him. He's the most durable player in the history of sports. There's never been anything like him because I don't know. I'm knocking on wood for him because I don't even like to talk about it. Not one knee surgery, not one shoulder surgery, not one Achilles pop, nothing. He's had nothing, and it's hard to have nothing. You know how hard because that's he is.
Explosives.
Hey, he's to me he's the greatest driver of the basketball I've ever seen because he's 6'9", 270, maybe somewhere in there. He looks more like 260 now, maybe. But he's a huge human being who's ambidextrous, but he takes a lot of shots at the basket. He's been knocked down a lot. He got knocked down a lot last night, and he pops right up. He's got chronic ankles, but he just keeps on. I give you all that. So, year 23, age 41, and playing at the highest level anybody's ever played at. Yet, if we took the next hour and I walked you through all of his failures, you'd say, "Oh yeah, there was that one." And there was that.
But then you could do the same thing on all the shots he made at the end of the game. And his accomplishments. So,
I don't know that many shots he's made it in games.
You just gotta get on YouTube, Skip. Just open up that app.
Okay.
And just put in LeBron James clutch moments.
Truly.
And it's like a 15-minute reel.
Truly, I've watched every dribble of his career. I never missed a LeBron game. From day one, I didn't miss it because I was on TV day one. And I've talked about it to death. And even that first go-around in Cleveland before he went to Miami, go look at the final series against the Celtics. Go look what happened. They're up 2-1. He's always up 2-1. And then 4, 5, and 6, he just disappeared. And it got so bad that some member of his inner circle told Stephen A., who reported on ESPN, this is back in 2010, that LeBron had to be sedated for the last 3 games of that Celtics series because he was having a locker room issue with a teammate, if you know the inside story of that one. And I'm like, sedated? And then his owner, Dan Gilbert, accused him of quitting in that series. So did anybody above LeBron on my list ever get accused of quitting? And then listen, this is
Come
what
on,
disqualifies LeBron for me.
But the thing is, though, back in that time, you wasn't even getting that type of access to even have that information to know. Come on, man.
Draymond Green, and I talked to Draymond at length about this on Draymond's podcast about a month ago, and Draymond said it's his only regret of his career. He called LeBron a bitch to his face during a game. It was game 4 of the, 2016 finals? Yeah, 2016 finals. Screamed and got suspended during the finals for using the word. And then Ime Udoka, the Rockets coach, this is last year, called LeBron a bitch to his face during a game. And I'm like, would anybody ever think to call Kobe Bryant or Larry Bird a bitch?
Kobe been called a bitch before.
No. Kobe definitely been called a bitch before.
To his face?
To his face, I guarantee they was.
Oh, come on.
But you know, there ain't as many cameras back then. I mean, well, talking about Kobe, but like Jordan, I know they was on Jordan.
Well, I know
nobody was on Jordan's
What?
stats because
You think Isaiah Thomas called Jordan a bitch?
No way. No way.
He's tripping.
He would rip you.
Charles
the
Oakley?
Oh, stop
They
it.
partners though.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and to your point though, Skip, you know, when you have that longevity and you play as long as LeBron did, it's not always going to be perfect. Other teams are good.
Yeah.
You're going to have bad series. You're going to have bad seasons. But year after year, he was in the finals. It didn't matter what team it was with. And we could argue that he had one of the greatest finals comebacks in NBA history when he was down 3-1 against the Warriors, and then they come back and win that series. And
Draymond got suspended for Game 5.
Yeah,
That was
I
huge.
was there too.
Yeah, that's
The haters gonna hate.
that's the glue of that basketball.
But they still had Steph. They still had Clay. You can
guess who
those guys goes out. Yeah.
And guess who LeBron had? Who hit the shot in Game 7 at Oracle?
Kyrie Irving did. But
Thank
guess
you.
what? If LeBron doesn't block that shot, Kyrie
Okay.
Irving's not even in a position to make that shot.
Yeah,
A lot of times we look-
and by the way, that was the most overrated block in NBA
Yeah.
history. It
Here we
just
go.
was.
That shit
Hey,
hurt.
wait
No,
a second.
that's-
It's an ambush block. It's a
That's
chase
hating.
down. At least give me a face-to-face, eye-to-eye, man-to-man block.
That's
Oh.
Separation. It's
Okay,
separation.
and by the way, go look at this on YouTube. Go look at that block because Iguodala has a breakaway dunk, and J.R. Smith cuts him off at the pass, cuts underneath him, and Iggy's starting to dunk it, and then he says, "Oh, I got to change my dribble. I better just lay it off the glass." And LeBron ambushes him from behind.
But you know what else? Beat that shit. And off the backboard. And I was in Cleveland when they won that series. I was my rookie year with the Browns, which was awesome to watch. But what if he doesn't hustle? What if he doesn't get the chase down block? Then we're sitting here having a different conversation. There's superstars that don't put out that type of effort. But in the
Real
biggest
talk.
game,
And then during that time period, bro, we can't talk because LeBron would go dunk on somebody, come back, block, dunk on somebody, come back, still throw it back. Man, we is not finna act like LeBron when he was at the Heat wasn't the best thing you ever seen. When he was at fucking, oh my God, when he was up there at the Cavs and it was him and Kyrie. Remember, they used to be asking Kyrie, was LeBron like his daddy? That's really why he left.
in that situation, he went down there and
by
made
the way,
arguably the play of the game outside of the Kyrie Irving shot.
That was the play of the game. Because that's
Subscribe.
Are we going to be in the Hall of Fame? I think
Sure.
we will be.
Yeah.
But look who
Absolutely.
Iggy in the Hall of Fame is Steph and KD and Tim Duncan them and Dirk them. Everybody he played in the finals, they're in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, unfortunately, everybody in basketball gets
Who in the Hall of Fame who Bill Russell was playing against?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
And who
Well, I
else?
can go.
That's it. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's it. Right?
What?
School
You know Bob
teachers,
Pettit?
authors.
Well, wait a second. You know,
Yeah,
Earl Bellamy.
what?
I can just
Lonzo.
keep giving you. I can just keep giving you names, but you won't know any of them.
Motherfuckers smoking Marlboros at halftime. Like, bro, I can't put.
Bro, he was held to a high ass standard at 18 coming in. You know, I kind of liken it to a little bit. If you know KG, right? KG came in 18.
No.
Supposed to take
It
the
wasn't
franchise,
like
but
this.
It was
Yeah.
way more expectations on LeBron, and
Yeah.
he lived up. And I love LeBron, but I'm a Warrior fan, so we had our battles. So there's a little love hate there for me.
Yeah. Do you remember?
But
Wait a second. Remember the first Warriors series against the Cavs?
yeah,
Remember, LeBron had the 3 greatest games of his life, and they're up 2-1 when he doesn't have Kevin Love, and he didn't have Kyrie, who fractured his kneecap in Game 1. And LeBron James had a Game 4 in his house. This is his house, and it's a GOAT game, because if you win this and you shock and upset the Warriors, this is before they were really the Warriors, because it was their first time around, but go look at Game 4. Go look at the numbers. 7 of 22 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3 and 5 of 10 from the free throw line, and they got bum rushed out of their own building by those Warriors, and that was the end of it. They just win every game from that point forward. I mean, it's just it's just a big gag. He's a big gag.
You just said that he didn't have
exactly. So
wait a second. Are we talking about Jordan or not Jordan?
But Jordan, when Jordan they have Pippen and all them boys, he was getting bum rushed.
No.
By the Pistons every year, he would get his ass smacked.
Yeah.
Pistons send his ass home.
Yeah, and they
Knicks, whoever it was, sending his ass home. Then he built his team up.
And there was
Bron ain't never have a field.
There was a book written about Jordan versus the Pistons called The Jordan Rules, because there were no rules at that time. They played football, basketball.
It's a book written about Phil Jackson too.
For sure.
Phil Jackson in that triangle offense. One with Jordan, one without Jordan, one with Kobe. Then Steve Kerr run the triangle offense. He went and Golden State with it. Like, Bron ain't never had no system. He hadn't had no shit like that. He was the player coach damn near.
He was the system.
He is the system.
Everything went through him.
Hey, number 2 on my list, man.
Just because you live in the present, I'll bring you up to the present. It was only 3 years ago now. LeBron did get that team, the Lakers, to the conference finals against the Denver Nuggets, who were about to go on to win the championship. And do you remember those 4 games? Because it was a sweep. All 4 of those games, this is in your lifetime. Now, this is like, you being the baby.